Harvey Norman for this super hot games deal. For a limited time, buy the Sony PlayStation console for $199 and you'll receive a controller and 1 meg memory card valued at $39.95 as a bonus. $199 for all this. This offer is exclusive to Harvey Norman and there's limited stock, so hurry and don't miss out. Harvey Norman, your computer and communication specialists.
Ugh. Wait, what the hell? There's a brown dot that just came up. I have to get that dot out of here. Uh-oh, the brown dot is getting bigger. Are you kidding me? It's still on my shoes. Let's get that dot out of here one more time. That should take care of. Well, there's nothing going on outside right now. I'm going to my room.
Davemadson Entertainment Inc. presents
Dave and Friends, Episode 14, in Not So Simple English.
I got a text from Sam and Anna.
What did it say?
They're really having a good time on their honeymoon.
Did it say where they went?
They wanted to spend it on the moon, but they found no honey there.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Miss M. Sam and Anna texted me and said they were having a good time on their honeymoon.
Speaking of messages, Dave, Miss M, and I have something important to tell you.
It's about Tyler, Beulah, and Abby.
What is it?
They're not related to each other.
What? That can't be real.
And their last name isn't really English.
Time for another staff meeting.
Later, after Tyler, Beulah and Abby joined the gang for a staff meeting.
I've called this meeting because Miss M and Cedric gave me some very heavy news about you.
What is it?
You, Beulah and Abby are not siblings, and your last name isn't really English.
You mean Abby and I are not sisters? We can't call ourselves the Sully sisters anymore?
If what Miss M and Cedric told me is true, you're not really sisters.
Tyler's last name is really Branford, Beulah's is Glover, and Abby's is Jenkins.
No! Really?
We were adopted, Dave.
We all came from different families, and we never knew our real parents.
And New Raffle City Hall says that your adoptive father, Lancelot English, has a shadowy past.
Oh my...
Dave, are you okay?
Sorry, Rhonda. I just had a major mind blow.
This news about Tyler, Beulah, and Abby came as a complete shock to Dave.
He's just having trouble digesting the news.
This is very heavy stuff, but I'm willing to go to New Raffle City Courthouse to check on the records of Tyler, Beulah, and Abby's adopted father.
Good idea, Dave.
Later, in the chambers of Judge Ida Noel at the New Raffle City Courthouse.
Davemadson and friends. I understand you came to research the records on Tyler, Beulah, and Abby English.
Miss Madsen and Cedric tell me that Tyler, Beulah, and Abby aren't even related, and we found out they were adopted.
We took the surname English from our adoptive father, Lancelot English.
Funny you should mention Lancelot English. We have a complete file on him.
Cedric and Miss M told us he has a shadowy past, and we want to know if it's true.
It is true, Abby. It seems this Lancelot English has a connection to a crime syndicate headed by one Edmund Bellum, alias Churchy Bellum.
I've heard about Churchy Bellum. He uses ruthless and reckless measures against all who have crossed him.
including setting fire to the homes of his enemies.
Which is how Tyler, Beulah, and Abby lost their natural parents.
In Tyler's case, he has a sister who was living with her aunt after her mother's suicide, and Tyler's father was killed in a house fire.
Tyler has a sister?
I've seen her do news reports.
So what about our adoptive father?
Our records say he raised you, Tyler and Abby, until you had moved out.
So how was he connected with the Bellums?
When Mr. English was ticketed for speeding, one of our officers took his picture and brought it to our lab for research.
We discovered this Lancelot English wore a striking resemblance to Horace Bellum, who is Churchy's nephew.
And DNA tests prove that Mr. English is, in reality, Horace Bellum, who had faked suicide years ago to avoid capture.
So you're saying that Lance English is really Horace Bellum?
That's right. Once we discovered his true identity, we put him on trial.
He was convicted of arson, murder, faking death, and impersonation, and is now awaiting execution at the New Raflika Penitentiary.
Wow. I feel so ashamed for having been raised by a crook.
So do I. I'm even ashamed to have gone by the name English for so long.
If you three would like to have your original surnames back, we can change all records on you to reflect this.
Most certainly, Your Honor.
Tyler, Beulah, and Abby, by the power vested in me by the city of New Rafl City in the nation of New Raflika, I, Judge Ida Noel, hereby declare your names to be Tyler Branford, Beulah Glover, and Abby Jenkins.
Now I feel like my old self again. And so do I.
Now that I know my true identity, I wonder where my sister is.
Here I am, Tyler.
Taylor! It's so good to see you again.
It's so good to see you too, Tyler.
We'll notify City Hall to clarify the records of Tyler, Beulah, and Abby. You are all free to go.
Sorry we didn't tell you the truth about Tyler, Beulah, and Abby sooner, Dave.
But we wanted to spare them the gruesome details of their parents' deaths.
Well, we should be gratified to know they gave their lives defending their turf against criminals.
And that no good Nick, who was our adoptive father, told us they were abducted by aliens.
That's what I learned first day on the job as a journalist. Never trust anyone with a shadowy past. It feels good to be out of the shadows. So why don't we celebrate?
Good idea, Abby. All aboard for Shame on You.
An all-new The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, Wednesday at a special time, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
Capture the world of rugby on a digital camera from Harvey Norman. Zoom into the action with this Kodak DX6490 digital camera with 10 times optical zoom. This feature-packed camera has a massive 2.2-inch LCD display to easily view your photos, and it's priced to sell now on Harvey Norman. Or how about the Kodak EasyShare DX6440 digital camera with 4 megapixels? It's great for A3 size prints. Don't miss a moment of magic with the digital camera from Harvey Norman.
Go, Harvey, Norman, go!
You are watching the Raphy channel.